So, if at any point throughout this whole entire series, what if Naruto, what if Naruto was Jiraiya's son? This is gonna be a movie. I just had to make different parts of it. If I ever say part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, it's just the different parts of the movie, man. So, yeah, it's gonna be one big movie. It's gonna be called "What If Naruto Was Jiraiya's Son?" The movie. So, yeah, let's get into it. This is gonna be part 1 to "What If Naruto Was Jiraiya's Son?" Now I know I already did "What If Naruto Was Tsunade and Jiraiya's Son?" and everything like that. But I wanted to take it again a different point of view, but him just being Jiraiya's son. Alright. So, Jiraiya, so we go to a bar in the Land of Fire. You see Jiraiya sitting down with a giant bottle of liquor, sitting next to a red-haired woman. Her red hair goes to her waist. She has blue eyes. She's a little bit shorter than Jiraiya. And then Jiraiya asked her to come to his room. They do things. Stuff happens. She leaves. And a week later, she tells Jiraiya she's pregnant. He thinks to himself, dumb ass nigga. But then he like, I can't be no deadbeat. No, sir. So he say, come to the Leaf Village with me. And then she say, oh, okay. And then both of them go to the Leaf Village until the child is born. So, we go to a remote location in Konoha. Jiraiya and Minato are holding Kushina and Kirito hands. Kirito is the woman Uzumaki who Jiraiya got pregnant. Kirito and Kushina will be giving birth at the same time. They will both be yelling and screaming at Jiraiya and Minato. Talking about, you did this to me. I'm gonna kill you. I hate you. And both of them looking like, we might die after they get their rest and everything. But they like, it don't even matter, you feel me? But I just woke up, bro. I know I woke up late. I was supposed to have been did this whatever last night, bro, but your boy had to sleep. I'm sorry. I'm saying, bro, I just woke up about 10 minutes ago. So, Naruto will pretty much, well, not Naruto, but Jiraiya and Minato would see a masked man come in the room. He would teleport behind, well, he wouldn't teleport, but he'll run up and grab Naruto, and he would say, step away from the Jinchuriki. You know, like in Obito, boy, step away from the Jinchuriki. And then Minato say, whoa, calm down. Obito would say, I'm perfectly calm. Are you fourth Hokage? And he would throw, and it wouldn't be Menma, it would have been Naruto, it would be Menma. So, yeah. Menma he would throw Menma up in the air, because he didn't get Naruto's Jiraiya's son. He would get Menma, Kushina, and Minato's son. He would throw Menma up into the air. Minato would teleport to Menma. Jiraiya would say, what is it called? He would say Lion Mane Jutsu. He would cover Naruto and and Naruto's mom and Kushina all with his white hair. Bro, so Obito couldn't get to her. Obito jumped in front of Jiraiya and kicked Jiraiya, kicking him away from Kushina. And then he would pick Kushina up and he would teleport with her. Outside, he would extract the Nine Tails. Then Nine Tails would be ravaging the village. He would say, I'm going to leave Shadow Clones here to protect you. She would say, oh, okay. And she would pass out, going to sleep. Kushina would be passed out after he extracted the Nine Tails. He would say, wow, I didn't know you could still survive. Having the tail beast being extracted from you. And then he would say, kill her. The Nine Tails would be going at Kushina. Minato would jump, grab her, and teleport to the safe house, which he already had Naruto in his hand. He would say, Jiraiya, use this flying Raja mark, throw it to the ground, and you'll teleport to me. It's reverse. It's a reverse version. And he had his son and his son's mom in their hand. In his hand. And then they would the safe house with Kushina and Naruto. He would say, Jiraiya, can you help me? He would say, I can try my best. He would say, 1 second. Summoning jutsu, he would summon Ma and Pato. He would say, please help us, Ma and Pato. The Nine Tails broke loose in the village. We need as much help as we can get. They said, okay. But this nigga Minato said, they teleported back. Minato jumped up in the air as high as he could. He said, summoning jutsu. He summoned Gamakichi. And then Jiraiya said, oh, I get what you're doing. He said, summoning jutsu. And then 2 giant twin toads, almost the same size as Gamabunta, threw chains around the Nine Tails, holding it down. And then they went and teleported back to Kushina. Jiraiya and Minato teleported back to Kushina, Naruto, Kirito, and Naruto. Well, Menma, I meant. And then they just teleported back, and then both of the moms said, "What are you doing?" And then Minato said, "We're not sell the Nine Tails and our sons." And then both of them said, "We're gonna kill y'all when we wake up, when we get back our strength." And then Minato said, "I know, but I'm sorry." And then he said, and then he put the seals on both of them. He started spitting the Nine Tails up, put it in beside both of them. And it was easy. It was easy. Putting it out of both of them. He was just gone. And then the Nine Tails swapped both of his claws at them. Kirito took the claw for Naruto. She activated the whole Uzumaki chains and pushed the Nine Tails hand back. But he was still coming, so she had to risk her life. And then the other hand was coming at Mema. Well, the other paw was coming at Mema. So Kushina and Minato jumped in the way. Jiraiya would be the only one who didn't get pierced. He would say, no, how could I let this happen? Finish the sealing, Minato. Minato would say, I know, Jiraiya. He would say, I'm going to put all 3 of our essences inside our sons to help them when the day comes. And then Jiraiya would say, okay, Minato. Shedding a tear. Then once he sealed half of the Nine Tails in each one of his sons, there would be no good Nine Tails, no bad Nine Tails. They would have no yin half and no yang half. He just split the Nine Tails completely in half, just chakra, not his personality. So both of them gonna have yin yang, just half of the real Nine Tails. You get it? They gonna have the regular Nine Tails just literally just split in half, no split in personalities like Naruto get the yang and Mema get the yin. No, they have the yin and yang. Both of them have both of them have half of the regular Nine Tails. So the Nine Tails not gonna want to help them, but he's not gonna want to take nothing away from them either. You feel me? So that's crazy. That's crazy. That really is crazy though. It's crazy though. It's crazy though. And then they would have the burial. Jiraiya would be crying. He would be punching the ground. Third Hokage, I couldn't protect them. I couldn't protect my sons, mom, Kushina, or Minato. And then Jiraiya would say, Jiraiya boy, it's not your fault. Jiraiya, it's not your fault. He'll say, yes, it is, bro. I wasn't strong enough. Why couldn't I be strong enough? And then the third Hokage would say, boy, I didn't have to tell you that's your fault, but you better stop putting it on yourself. You know it wasn't your fault, man. Chill. And he would say, alright. Well, I'm gonna let these two live with you. Not let any villager see them. If any villager see them, I'm taking them out the village immediately. I have to go and check on my spy network enough so I can be in their lives as much as possible. And then Rose would say, alright. He gonna be going for the next 3 years straight, not come back to the leaf once. As soon as they turn 3 and they can start literally like memorizing who people are, Jiraiya come back. He says, hey, they start crying when Jiraiya hold him. He says, I'm your dad and your goddad. I just had to stay away so I can handle a whole lot of business so I can stay with you. And then when both of them, babies didn't really understand what he said, but they felt like he meant good. So they stopped crying. And he said, it's time for you to come home. And then he said, what you mean, Jiraiya? They live here. He said, I'm taking them to the mountain of the toads so I can train them up to be strong people and help the leaf. No weapons of the leaf, bro. I swear to God, if Donzo even come near them, bro, I might go crazy, bro. And then he was like, alright, Jiraiya. And Jiraiya been trying to master Sage Mode more than ever. Throughout these next 12 years, he gonna master Sage Mode when they turn like 8. So he gonna already have it mastered. Because he got 2 people to take care of, not just Naruto. Because you remember, he still tried to fight Pain, so they would have come after Naruto. But now he got Minima too. And both of them Jinchuriki, so you know he going to try to master Sage Mode. And once he masters Sage Mode, if he do try to go up against the Pains by himself, he going to defeat them. Because that's what Naruto did. All he had to do was go Sage Mode and beat them niggas. A. Well, except for the Deva Bath. But Jiraiya got enough told, so I guess he can't handle it. But let's get to Mount Myoboku. Naruto and Mema are 4 years old. Jiraiya says it's time to train for you to become a ninja. Mema was like, alright. Mema just don't really care about being a ninja. He's just doing what Jiraiya tell him. And then Naruto like, yes sir. And then he says, okay, it's time to train. Oh yeah, by the way, let me tell you what they're gonna be wearing. Naruto's gonna be wearing the same outfit as Jiraiya. And when he does get his headband, he's gonna have the same headband as Jiraiya. Okay, Minma's gonna have the same outfit as he did. Okay, another thing I'm gonna change. Minato is gonna be a Uchiha, so Minma is gonna look like the Minma in the little skit. Like he gonna have red hair, the bandages on his arms, the back pants, and the black shinobi sandals. But he is gonna have a fishnet shirt over it. He's gonna have a fishnet shirt, short sleeve fishnet shirt. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Oh, John, I think I just had my hand on the mic. I hope y'all could just hear me just then, bro. Oh, my God. Bro, but if I didn't hit me, I said Mema's gonna have... Oh, my God. Mema gonna have the same outfit that he did in the skit, just with a fishnet shirt. Naruto gonna wear what Jiraiya wear, and he gonna have the same headband as Jiraiya. Mema gonna have a regular headband, put it on his head. Simple. So now let's get to their training. Jiraiya is gonna say, okay, first thing you need to learn, he gonna say, cause the night before he sealed away the 9 tails completely, so it can't interfere with that chakra. Even though it wasn't, he just wanted to make sure. So yeah, and then Naruto would be like, and he would say, Naruto, you're gonna be learning my style taijutsu, Uzumaki style taijutsu, and unpredictability from the toads. And Naruto would be like, yes sir. And then Minima, he would say, Minima, you're gonna learn Uzumaki style taijutsu, your father's style taijutsu, and unpredictability from the toads. So when you're fighting them, you don't know what move they're gonna use next because they're so unpredictable. And having 2 different fighting styles, you don't know what move they're gonna use yet. See how that intertwines? See how I've been thinking that through? Yeah. And they're gonna be learning that until they are, I'm gonna say 7. They's gonna mostly master it. Well, they is gonna master it using the help of shadow clones, because both of them get shadow clones. Even though Naruto can make just a tiny bit more than Menma. Both of them know Shadow Clone and Multi Shadow Clone. Both of them know Shadow Shuriken. And both of them can use Giant Shuriken. But Menma is the one who has a Giant Shuriken. Alright. So Jiraiya be like, I need to see what your chakra natures are. Naruto has every chakra nature except for lightning. Like his dad. Which he was going to already have a strong affinity to water and earth because both his parents had that. And fire because both his parents had that. His mom wasn't a ninja, but she still had basic jutsu in each 3 other categories. And he got wind because his dad. Simple as that. Now remember, he's going to have wind, lightning, and fire. Yeah. So for the next 2.5 years, he going to teach both of them on all of that. You feel me? And then he going to say, you have 2.5 years to learn whatever you want. Naruto says, I want to be a seal master like you, Dad. And then Mem says, I kind of want to study something else. And then Naruto be like, what else do you want to study? And then Mem be like, I really want to study weaponry. And then Jiraiya said, great. Naruto became a 7 out of 10 seal master learning. Cause, bro, don't hold me, bro. This man learning from a perfect seal master, Ben Jiraiya, bro. He has shadow clones, bro. And this nigga smart because of Monto gonna make them niggas get in the books before they even start training every day. After breakfast, you read books. After lunch, you train. After dinner, you sleep. You feel me? Cause even Jiraiya's gonna want them to stand on books. Cause Jiraiya's an old, wise ass nigga. Jiraiya might be pervy at moments, but this nigga's wise as hell, bro. I can't even take that away from him. That nigga's wise. He's wise. So yeah. And then he gonna say, great. So it's gonna be a week before they go to the leaf. Jiraiya says, now it's your time to get told summons, and then both of them say yes. Meanwhile, Naruto has added on one weapon, that big scroll on his back. He just got it because your dad said once you become a 6 out of 10 seal master or higher, you get your scroll. And Naruto said, I'm a 7, so yes. And then Memu would have weapons all around his body. Well, it would have been his body being small scrolls on different parts of his body. So he had like a belt with scrolls. He had like a smaller backpack on his back, and it had scrolls in it. And he'll be very organized with his weapons. So when he first opened the backpack, on the 2 different sides of the backpack is matching short swords. It's dual short swords. The first weapon he can grab is called level 1, and it's gonna be a sword. Level 2 is gonna be a scythe. Level 3 is an axe, and level 4 is specially made throwing knives. I don't know if I'm gonna remember that, but just keep that in mind. Well, it ain't no levels. You just got a whole lot of different weapons. Those are the 4 he's gonna most likely use. But he has about 10. He has about 5. He has about 7 to 10 scrolls in his book bag. So he has multiple weapons. The only weapon that he actually keeps on him is a short-bladed katana coming out the side of his back. Just in case he don't have enough time to unlock pull out the scroll. And then Jiraiya walks up to Gamabunta and he said, do you have the scroll? Do you have the toads ready? And then Gamabunta will say, you know I do, Jiraiya. And then Jiraiya will say, thanks. So a selection of 20 toads would come out. Jiraiya says, pick 6. And then the toad says 6. Is that strong? None of them are huge. The biggest toad there is the size of Jiraiya. You know, like the toad that he used against Itachi and Kisame. Naruto has 2 toads like that. They're twins. They're called twin armor toads. He gets those, and that's 2 toads. Even though it's one summon, it's 2 toads. So then he sees another toad. It's about as big as Jiraiya, and it has armor covering everywhere except for his eyes. And this toad is not like a toad that fights; it's a defensive toad. So he says, "I want you to do." He sees Gamakichi, says, "I want the son of the chief, because he might be the next chief." And then he said, "You need 2 more toads." And he see 2 more toads. One of them is purple and black with a purple and black blade, and the other one is blue and black with a blue and black blade. He said, "I want them 2. Then Jiraiya says, "Come on." And he said, "Both of you can use Gamabunta only in the most dire occasions." And then both of them say, "Yes, sir." Mema sees 5 sibling toads. All got a different type of weapon. He says, "I want them." And then Jiraiya say, "Oh, you want the weaponry squad?" And then he says, "Yeah." Well, nah, Naruto ain't gonna get all them different toads. He gonna get all 5 toads that like Jiraiya used against Kisame. They're gonna be called they're the armored toads. They basically have super strong physical capabilities and armor. Yeah. And he gonna say he want Gamakichi. Yeah. And then members gonna get the weaponry squad, have all different types of weapons, and Gamatatsu. So he gonna get them. That's simple as that. When Naruto and Mema get to the leaf, well, before they get to the leaf, they're wandering around the forest. Naruto went west and Mema went east because they're coming from the Toad Mountain, Mount Miyaboku, which is south from there, and the leaf is north. So Naruto going through his way, he sees a giant cave. He says, "Ooh, I want to explore." And then once he goes in, he sees red eyes everywhere. Naruto gets scared. He's like, "What is you? What is that?" And then he hears a growl. "Who dares come into the wolf cave?" And then Naruto said, "Oh, I'm sorry. I thought the cave looked pretty cool. So I wanted to come in and, like, just see about it." By the way, Naruto do got white hair like Jiraiya. And then they would say, "Oh." They would walk out with Naruto. Naruto would say, "Oh, all of you look cool. You're all black wolves or red eyes. That's so clean." And then all of them said, "You think so?" And then they said, "We want him to be our summoner." And then he said, "Do you have a summoning?" Naruto would say, "Yeah." And then they would say, "Do you want another one?" He would say, "If I can get one, I will want one." And then they said, "Okay." And then he said, "Put out your scroll." And then the alpha put his paw blood on there. And then Naruto put blood on there. He said, "We're your official contract now." And then Naruto said, "Thanks." He going back to Jiraiya, running to Jiraiya to tell him. But we need to go to Mema's perspective. Mema climbing up the tallest tree because he's like, "Naruto will never beat me." He talking about he gonna run farther. I'm gonna climb higher. And he said, "Giant." As I said, before my mom called me, as I said, Mema was face to face to an eagle. And then the eagle would say, "What are you doing near my nest?" Mema would say, hold on, I just want to beat my brother." "Your brother, where is he?" He said he was going to run faster than I could. He was a little bit older, well, a couple seconds or something. A couple seconds or minutes or something. And he said, "So basically you're twins almost." "Well, he's not my blood brother, he's my god brother." And then she would say, "Oh." And then he would say, "Well, I just said I'm gonna climb higher than he can." And then she would say, "Oh, well, you might need to leave." And he said, "Oh my god, why is your pattern, your feather pattern is so cool?" And then she would say, "Oh, you like my feather pattern?" He says, "Yeah, they're blue and white. They're so cool. And then you have gray ones?" And then she would say, "Well, my son, his is way better than mine." He said, "Where is he?" He says, this is about his first year. This is his first year after learning how to fly. So he's already learned how to fly. This is his 1 year anniversary to learning how to fly." And he would say, "Where is he?" She would say, "He's right there. He's in the nest with a whole lot of little chicks around him. There's little brothers and sisters." And he would say, "Whoa, you're cool." And he would say, "Do you have a summoning contract?" Memo would say no. And then he would say, give me your summoning scroll. He would put his blood on the scroll, and he would say, you do the same. And he said, now I'm your official contract, your Harpy Eagle contract. My dad is the king of the Harpy Eagles, which means my mom's the queen, and I'm the prince. So, yeah. And Naruto would actually have the Black Wolf Pack summon, which is the strongest Wolf Pack summon. But it's second to the first strongest Black Wolf Pack summon, you feel me? So, they're going to both run back to Jiraiya at the same time. And they're going to get Jiraiya and say, I have a new summon. Jiraiya going to wake up saying, what? And then they're going to say, you too? And then Jiraiya say, hold, slow down. So, I know you have the Toad summon. So, what are you talking about? And then Naruto said, so I was walking around. And then I saw this big black cave. I walked in. I met some wolves. They were scary at first because I didn't get to see them. But then they turned out to be pretty cool. And I made a contract with him, and then Jiraiya be like, oh, good for you. And he'll be like, what about you, Menma? And then Menma would say, wow, bro, you won't believe what happened. I was trying to climb up the highest tree so I could beat Naruto in our little contest, see who could do something the farthest. And then I saw this mother Harpy Eagle. She was trying to protect her nest, and then I said I liked her feathers. And then she showed me to her nest and showed me her older son, the prince of the Harpy Eagle, Jiraiya. And then he became my summon, and then Jiraiya was like, whoa, both of you are advancing pretty fast now. Hold up and slow down. And then both of them said, well, we got a new summon. And then Jiraiya be like, yeah, that's good. And then he'll be like, we still need to go on our way, though. And then Naruto and Jiraiya would say, well, not Naruto and Jiraiya, but Naruto and Menma would say, okay, great. And they would make their way to the Leaf Village. As soon as they go through the Leaf Village gates, nobody will recognize them. They would see Menma with his blue eyes and black hair. His bandages wrapped on both arms. His black pants. Black shinobi sandals. 3 whiskers on each side of his face. With a fishnet shirt on. They would not know who this is. They would see somebody with the exact outfits that Jiraiya on. Walking through the village, looking almost identical to Jiraiya, beside 3 whisker marks in the shape of his face. And then they'll be like, who are these two? And then Jiraiya be walking around, both of them, with his hand on their head, scuffling up their head. They'll be like, stop, Jiraiya. Jiraiya be like, alright, now. Naruto be like, sorry, Dad. And then Menma would say, sorry, God, Dad. And then everybody be like, Dad, God, Dad, nigga, what is these folks talking about? These folks might be high or something. They must be on something. And then when Naruto and Menma walked to the Hokage's office, when they walked in, they say, hey, Gramps. He said, Naruto, Menma, you two mighty got big. He said, we just sent you a letter about a week ago. And he said, but you didn't, last time you saw me was a picture about 3-4 years ago. Then they said, okay. And then he said, whoa, you two been doing good, haven't you? They said, yeah, we're both high Jonian level. And then he said, what? He said, yeah, we're pretty strong. And then they was like, man. And then the Hokage was like, okay, it's time for you to take the entrance exams. And then oh yeah. Then when they walked in, they seen the Rookie 9 and they seen the Konoha 12. Which in this one gonna be the Rookie 12 because Lee, Neji, and Tenten are all gonna be the same age as Naruto. You feel me? It's just that all of them are gonna learn their skills 1 year early. So they're gonna be as strong as they was in canon, just 1 year earlier. You feel me? What is it gonna be they're gonna be as strong as they was in canon, just 1 year younger. So they can be in Naruto's class. And then Menma and Naruto are gonna buzz down. They're gonna say, the great Toad Sage, Jiraiya, is here. And then behind him, they're gonna see 2 kids. One on his right with black hair, and the other on his left with white hair. Then they're gonna say, the great Toad Sage Menma is here, and the great Toad Sage Naruto is here. And then Jiraiya gonna bump both of them on the head. Y'all ain't sages yet. Stop lying. And then I'm like, oh man, we're gonna learn it. God. And he say, not yet, you ain't. So you might as well stop on that. Alright, bro. So yes, sir. I just play. So Sasuke's gonna walk, and then Naruto be like, "We're gonna beat Hokage, the strongest ninjas ever to live." And then Sasuke gonna walk up and say, "You're not stronger than me, you dopes." And then everybody start laughing except for Neji and Lee, because Neji and Lee see how strong they is. And then Naruto like, "How you gonna tell me you gonna be stronger than me when my father is a Sanin, the great Tousei Jiraiya?" And then him gonna be like, "My dad, one of the strongest shinobi in history." So so Naruto would say, "Mema, I think Sasuke wanna fight you." And then Mema be like, "Bro, we can really go out there and do that taijutsu, cause I know the test ain't started yet." And then Sasuke like, "Let's go." Ruka like, "Go ahead." So when Ruka go and he ready to fight, when Ruka ready, he says, good morning. He said, "Go, start." And then both of them run towards each other. Mema blitzed right behind Sasuke and chopped him on the neck. And Sasuke fell out. Ruka said, "That's match." Mema said, "So weak, yet so arrogant." Naruto said, "Come on now, bro. You know you're a little bit weaker than me." He was like, "A little bit weaker, bro. We equal in strength. Stop your cap. Stop that cap." So, pretty much, it will start the next fight. It will be Rock Lee versus Neji. Neji would win. So, yeah. So, pretty much, Naruto is gonna go up against Kiba. I just want to clown Kiba. No cap. Kiba gonna say, "It's time for me to win and defeat the Sanin's child." Naruto say, "Defeat me?" Pa. Kiba runs out and he says, "Fang over fang." Naruto literally just jump up and grab the fang over fang, hold it in his hand. He said, "Wow, this is really weak." And he moved the fang over fang and throw it to the ground. And he chopped Kiba and Akamaru neck and said, "That was pretty easy." And then Ruka says, "Oh my god, bro, we got like 6 prodigies now." Because even though the people don't think of Lee as a prodigy, this nigga is a prodigy. I don't know why people think Lee's not a prodigy because he can't use ninjutsu and genjutsu. This nigga's a prodigy at taijutsu, if you really want to know. This nigga's a prodigy at taijutsu, most definitely. So, I don't know what to really say to you. And then in clone jutsu, everybody passed who passed in canon. And Lee passed in canon because he passed the other time, so, yeah. Tenten and Neji passed in canon because they passed in regular canon. Simple as that. Naruto did a shadow clone and a regular clone. Minima did a shadow clone and a regular clone. And he did a lightning clone, a fire clone, and a wind clone. While Naruto did also a wind clone, fire clone, earth clone, and water clone. Simple as that. So yeah, all of them will pass the written exam, shadow clone test, stuff like that. With a clone test. And then they will get a headband. Naruto gonna get a headband like Jiraiya. And Mema gonna get a regular headband. It's gonna be black though. Like the one Naruto had in Shippuden. So yeah. You feel me? So yeah. And then a week later they're gonna pick teams. When they say team 7, they say Sasuke Uchiha, Sakura Haruno, and Sai, which is led by Kakashi Hatake. And then it says special team, Naruto and Menma. Your team captain will be Uncle Mitarashi. Not Uncle Mitarashi, but Yamato. So yeah, it's gonna be clean. They not gonna do no. They just gonna train. So with them training, Naruto's just gonna be training on taijutsu, different things like that. While Mema's actually trying to unlock his Sharingan. He actually gets put on the genjutsu. Well, Yamato put him on the genjutsu that Naruto and Jiraiya died. Naruto, Jiraiya, and Gramps died by his own hands. And then Mema eyes gonna swirl, and then they're gonna change it to the one Tomoe. That's gonna be clean, cuz. But wait, that's not it. Naruto and Mema both know the Rasengan because Jiraiya taught them this before they even taught him their first elemental jutsu. So yeah, and they both know how to use it in one hand. Naruto gonna say, "I'm happy for you, bro," and then Mema gonna be like, "Alright, bro." And that's it. That's until, yeah. Hold up. That's it. That's it for this video. So I'll catch you guys later. Ain't nothing else gonna happen until the next video. To what if Naruto? What if Jiraiya was Naruto's dad? Or what if Naruto was Jiraiya's son? What you gonna put as a title? Alright, so we go to Yamato training Naruto and Mema. He mostly training Mema to get Mema to pretty much to unlock his second Tomoe. While Naruto's just training on new seals and stuff. Naruto, he's not doing seals as much. He's mostly just looking up weapons because he know that he gonna need a weapon eventually. Even Mema is a 1 out of 10 seal master because he needs storage seals. But Naruto, he don't have any type of weapon beside the scroll. And he's like, I can't attack nobody with a scroll. So you see where Naruto coming from. So he looking up weapons. He don't want nothing like his brother got. He wants something more exotic, more hard to get, more rare. You feel me? So they training, and Mema's still having trouble unlocking his second Tomoe. So when they get to the train, so the Hokage appears in front of them out of nowhere. Mema says, "Ah!" He getting invited, so he says, and Naruto says, "Ah!" And then the Hokage says, "Wait, it's just me." And he says, "You need to go and help Kakashi Hatake and Team 7 immediately. They're fighting Zabuza Momochi, a S-rank ninja. This mission has turned from a C rank to a B rank. They need your help." Yamato will say, "Let's go, ASAP, quick." And then he will say, and then Mema and Naruto both say, wait, Yamato, do you have your own summon?" Yamato will be like, "Why?" They would say, "We need to get there faster, right?" Yamato would say, "Yes." He would say, "Go ahead, Mema." And then Mema would summon a harpy eagle, and he would jump on his back, and it would be flying. He would say, "What do you got?" He would say, he would summon an alpha wolf, which is big enough for 2 people to get on. And he would say, "Please follow the bird." Then the alpha wolf would say, "Okay." He would be following the hawk. The hawk would disappear. Then the wolf would say, "I'm gonna slow it down. You 2 can get off." Then he would disappear. Both of them would have their feet on the ground. They would start running towards Mema. Mema would say, "There they go." And this is the part when he has Kakashi in the water prison. He says, "Mema, you get him out the water prison. I'll distract Zabuza." Yamato, you help me. You fight Zabuza. I'm just gonna distract him. And then Yamato like, "Alright." Naruto runs up. He throws a kunai at Zabuza. Zabuza died just with his head. Well, he put the executioner blade in front of him. Naruto said, "Whoa, I might want that." And he get a smile on his face. He said, "I just found my weapon." He keeps that to himself though. He says, "Toad Flame Jutsu." And Mema says, "Toad Oil Jutsu." Then he drenches Zabuza in oil. And then he said, "Oil, fire." He put his executioner blade in front of him. And then the executioner blade was blocking the fire. But then the oil was still on. He said, and he used the other hand to say water stream jutsu. And then the water stream pushed the oil off him. He shot it up into the air. And then it came down and pushed the oil off him. He said, Kakashi free. He picked up Kakashi and threw him to Yamato. Yamato said, where's Sasuke and Sai? And then Sai will be protecting, Sai and Sasuke will both be protecting Tazuma. And then Haku would jump in. He would throw Senbons at Tazuma. Naruto would jump in the way, saying, Mud Wall Jutsu. And then the Mud Wall would block it. He would say, Earth Wall Slammer. Then he would push the Earth Wall towards Haku, busting, knocking the whole tree over. Haku would jump out the tree. He would say, Memo, with me. Soon as he snapped his finger, Memo was right beside him. It's not like he calling Memo over. Memo and him do that to each other because they got teamwork. And he would say, it's your turn. Memo would say, I know I don't have any water jutsu, but my brother do. He would say, lightning stream jutsu. And he would shoot the stream out of his hand. He would say, and then all you would, Naruto would say, water stream jutsu. And then they would collide together, making the water electrocuted. They would follow Haku. Haku's running away. And then they would hit Haku. Haku being electrocuted. Haku said, it would wear off after about a minute. And then Naruto would jump over Haku. Go. His brother would say, sticky stream jutsu. It would basically be, well, Naruto would say sticky stream jutsu. It would basically be a mud stream. It would basically be making earth and water to make a mud stream. And then it would stick to Haku. Haku would be sticking to the wall. He would say, y'all already know that's our combo move. And then he would say, fire stream. Heating up the earth to make it harden. Haku been trying to break out. Haku wouldn't be able to break out. They'd be like, no, it's time to kill Zabuza. Haku would be like, no, no. He would say ice, demonic ice mirrors. He would teleport to one of these mirrors. Then he would chase after Naruto. Kakashi would say, Chidori. And then Naruto would say, Memo behind us. Memo would say, I know. Then Naruto would say, Rasengan. He would turn, and he would go straight. Memo would turn, and then he would be pointing to the left of Naruto, where Haku coming from. Where Haku coming from. And then Haku would say, what? And then Memo would hit Haku. And Naruto would say, body flick. He would body flick behind Haku, and both of them would hit him with Rasengan. Smashing Haku, all the Haku organs, blowing them up. So then, after they pretty much collapsed Haku organs and lungs and killed Haku. And Kakashi's Chidori killed Zabuza. So yeah, they was done with the mission, but they needed a few work days. Well, a couple rest days, and then they were about to leave. And then Tazuma said, the mission said that she was going to stay here until the bridge was complete. And then Naruto was like, come on, man, help me make some shadow clones. Then both of them made 100 shadow clones apiece. They said, help this man build the bridge. And the shadow clones helped them build the bridge in 2 days. And then after they built the bridge, Tazuma showed up. Naruto was like, man, bro, I'm about to murk these folks. And then Sasuke was like, let me handle it. Naruto was like, you're weak. We got this. And he said, which one you want to use? The fire oil combo? And then his brother was like, yeah. Naruto said, oil stream. Toad oil stream. And his brother said, toad flame stream. And then when they came together, he put oil on all of the people over there. And then Naruto put oil on everybody over there. And his brother lit the oil on fire, burning all of them on the bridge. And then once all of them was dead, even Tazuma, Naruto said, purifying water stream. And it's basically water that can push out oil that's set on fire into the ocean. Not into the ocean, but it can purify it and clean it up so the bridge won't be harmed. And the ocean won't be harmed. So yeah. Then once they got home, well, before they got home, they made them a burial and everything. After they made them a burial, Naruto picked up his opposite sword. He said, "Ooh, this is just right for me. Don't you think so, little bro?" Well, look, cuz. And then Memo was like, "Yeah, bro, you should keep that, Naruto." And then Naruto like, "Bro, you already know I'm about to keep it." And then Yamato was like, "The Hokage said you can keep it, you can keep it. I think you'll fight well with it, though." Kakashi was like, yeah, you can fight pretty good with it." And then Sasuke was like, "It's my sword. We had this mission first, and then Naruto said, but you were so weak, we had to come and help you. So, yeah. So actually, it's my sword. And you can fight me if you want. Man, remember gonna jump you, so you still want to try to take it." And then Sasuke's like, "I'm not gonna let you jump my Sasuke-kun." And they're like, "Nigga, you can get this too. You already weak. What you do? What's your part on this team? You have nothing good to offer them. Do you even know one elemental ninjutsu?" And he said, "Well, do you even know what genjutsu?" She said, "Yeah, I know the cherry blossom genjutsu. What else?" She was like, are you even good at taijutsu?" She said, "Well, I'm okay." And he was like, "Bro, you have nothing to offer them at all. Like, wow, you have nothing to offer your team." And then he made Sakura think about that. Sakura was like, "No, I'm not." And he was like, "You're holding back Sasuke. And I know that you like Sasuke so much. So why don't you get strong?" Sasuke want a power, so evidently he want his wife or his girlfriend to be strong too. Have you never thought of that? You just gawk at him all the time. That's why he don't like you, because you're weak and you only gawk at him. Maybe if you were strong and you gawk at him, maybe he might actually like you. And he made Sakura think. Sakura like, "Oh, I'm about to get stronger." So soon as they get back to the village, she starts training with people in the medical corps so she can learn medical ninjutsu and chakra control. So she learned how to heal and use more genjutsu. So yeah, this in about 2 weeks, she become a 1 out of 10 medical user and a 1 out of 10 genjutsu user. She know a lot of C ranks. She know about 3 C ranks and a lot of D ranks. So she actually gets stronger. And then, but let's go to Naruto then. So when Naruto and Memo walk in the Hokage's office, they say, "Can I?" And Naruto asks, "Can I have the Executioner Blade?" And then the Hokage said, "Executioner Blade, you defeat his officer and you're taking it?" Naruto said, "Yeah." And then Hokage was like, "Well, he is a rogue ninja, so it shouldn't matter to the Mist Village as much as it would if he was a regular Mist Ninja." And then they would say, "So that means can I keep it?" He was like, "Sure, go ahead." And Naruto had put it on his back carefully. Like where his scroll at, he got another place like to hold the blade so the blade won't be flapping around, end up cutting the scroll. He got like a whole sheath. So you won't be able to see, all you will be able to see is the handle and the shape of the blade. You won't actually be able to see none of the blade because it's covered up in a sheath. So it can't hurt his scroll. And the sheath made out of very strong fabric. Or a very strong leather, I meant. Naruto was practicing with Execution Blade throughout the week. He had okay use of it. And then the tuning exam started. Jiraiya said, "Good luck to both of you." And then both of them said, "Yes, sir." And then they will both pass the written exam. Hinata actually have a little crush on Naruto because he think Naruto cute or whatever. Well, not Naruto, but Mema. She would think Mema would be cute. So yeah. And then would think Naruto is cute. So she wouldn't even like Sasuke no more. She'll be like, "I'm going after Naruto-kun," or whatever. And then Hinata wouldn't be as shy because she didn't meet Naruto. She would be less shy. She would still stutter and everything, but she wouldn't faint or nothing. She would be able to talk to Mema. She would never tell Mema how she felt though. So yeah. So they would pass the written exam, then Uncle would jump through the wall and he would say, "Uncle," and then she would say, "Oh yeah, and." He'll be like, "Bro, she a part of the interrogation division. Oh my freaking god. I already know what the second test is, bro. It's the force of death, bro. Oh my lord. Jesus, man. Jesus." And then she would say, of course. And then he would say, oh God. And then Uncle would be like, what you owe God for? He'll be like, nothing. So when the test start, Naruto and Mama rush in. They said a team from the cloud, not being Samui, Amui, them. Just a regular team from the cloud. Naruto says, get him. I don't want to kill him. I just want to restrain him. He said, all right, this is your specialty, bro. Trap him. Naruto he opens his scroll. They went way ahead of him. He pulled out a small scroll. Then he said, spider net trap. And then he replaced it with a new one. And then he scrolled up his scroll and put it back on his back, the big scroll. And then basically the spider trap is this kunai that you stick in the trees. Or you can shoot it out and then the kunais are going to a wall to trap the opponent behind it. So Naruto would pretty much have it around about 3 trees. And it would have different tags on it. And then the 3 beginning would hit the tags, and then he would have restraining serpents. He would have water serpents, earth serpents, wind serpents, and fire serpents. And then the serpents would attack the beginning, making them take a nap. Well, not a nap, but making them pass out. Naruto would tie them up, and he would put a note on them, say, I don't want nobody just hurting them. He would say, they've already been defeated. They have, and we already took their scroll, so there's no point. And then he was like, what if wild animals come? He said, I'll just set up a couple of quick seals. And then in the 10 feet radius, between the 10 feet radius and the inside radius, he also had another note. It was bigger though. It said traps are 10 feet around them. So you can see it from at least 10 feet. Max 20 feet. And then it had like traps, like the serpent traps for animals, in case animals tried to get them. So now just says, now that's over, we can go. But he heard a giant crash. And Sasuke fly into him. He said, what are you doing, you stupid Uchiha? And then Sasuke said, what? I just being attacked. And he said, why you had to fall into me? Him, of course, falling into Naruto. Man was like, ooh, we gonna get you. And then they see Orochimaru jump out. Because Sasuke already burnt his mask. And then they said, Orochimaru. And he said, ooh, you look like Jiraiya. And he said, you like an Uchiha. And then Naruto said, get him. Mema says, Rasengan. Naruto says, Rasengan. And then they slam Rasengan into a tree that Orochimaru jumped behind. And then Mema came and hit Orochimaru with Rasengan. Naruto broke the tree and Mema hit him with Rasengan. Both of them said, I wish we could use the Kyuubi right now. Dad didn't show me how to unlock it yet. And then Mema said, don't even matter, bro. We don't need the Kyuubi versus him. He ain't that strong. If he's as strong as your dad, this gonna hurt. This gonna take some time, but we have defeated your dad once, that one time. And then Naruto be like, true. But let's get him. Then Naruto will say, Mud Trap Jutsu. As soon as Orochimaru was falling. And then Mema said, wind pressure Jutsu. And he basically pushed Orochimaru into the mud trap. And then Naruto said, together. And both of them said, total mouth room. It's basically not like a total mouth like Jiraiya did, but it's closed off. It's a cube. And they put it around Orochimaru. And then they said compaction. And then it started getting smaller and smaller. And then Orochimaru said, and he cut a hole in it and jumped through. They said, what? And they disappeared the jutsu. They dispersed the jutsu. And then Naruto said, oh, we're going to have fun. Right, Mema? Mema said, most definitely. They jumped up. Mema said, lightning bomb jutsu. Naruto said, water bomb jutsu. And then the lightning bomb and water bomb burst around Orochimaru. And then the water droplets had a magnetic, with a lightning effect, electrocuting Orochimaru. And then they said, everybody run. And they gave them a scroll that they got from another team. And then they said, run. And then when they made it to the middle of the forest of death, It was right before God's team, and then they said, Uncle, Orochimaru is in the forest of death. We were just fighting him. And he said, oh, go. She said, Ambu, all in there. She came with Ambu. She said, Ambu. And she had 10 Ambu behind her. And then the Ambu was trying to take down Orochimaru. They said Orochimaru was never there. And then Naruto said, I know you wouldn't believe me. Then he pulled something out of a small scroll he had in his pocket. And he said, here, do this. Do this prove your suspicions? And then there was like a peeled mask of a skin that, or one of the other people who was in the training zone. He said, yeah, this Orochimaru's technique. We're gonna be looking for him around the leaf. And then Naruto said, here's evidence if you need to give it to the Hokage. And then she said, thank you. So now we're gonna go to the preliminaries. The Sakura, fight is not gonna go the same. So instead of them punching each other and then both of them going out, Sakura's gonna be steady healing herself. And then she put Ino on the genjutsu. But Ino went in her mind and was messing with her mind, making Sakura punch herself while she was in genjutsu. And then both of them passed out. Simple as that. It was still a tie. It was just, they were stronger. And then, alright, so the rest of the fight is going to be the same. Well, no, actually. So this time, Mema will be going up against, Kiba, and Naruto will be going up against Shino and Kankuro. So, in a fight between Mema and Kiba said Fang over Fang. Mema said Rasengan. And he hit Kiba with Rasengan, and then Akamaru was still doing his Fang over Fang coming at him. He said Lightning Stream Jutsu and electrocuted Akamaru. And then he said that the fight is over. He bowed his head. And then, so it was Naruto versus Shino and Kankuro. Shino was in his bugs at Kankuro and Naruto, easily defeating Kankuro because Kankuro can't use his chakra strings because the bugs were just going to find him. Well, Naruto said, Firewall Jutsu, burning every bug that tried to come towards him. He said Fire Pot Jutsu. So it's basically a special jutsu that Naruto made. So he used 4 different flame walls to make a room around. Then he put a ceiling of fire. He made a firewall as the shape of a ceiling. So like a flat square, and he put it on top of it. So there's no way to get to him. He called it a pot because he tried to be goofy. But it's basically called the Fire Room Jutsu. And then Shino says he quit. Because if he chases any more bullets at Naruto is going to just burn them. And Naruto can just burn his bugs. So Naruto can be like, yes, I won. Let's clean, cuz. And then, every other fight go the same except for the Lee fight. When Naruto see what Gaara trying to do to Lee, Naruto jump in. Naruto and Mema both jump in. Mema says Rasengan and hit the sand that was coming at Lee. Naruto grabbed Lee and him and Mema both give Lee the mic guy. Naruto go back into the stadium and he says, why would you ever do that, Gaara? Lee is a taijutsu specialist. He can't use ninjutsu or genjutsu. If you just did his legs like that, you would have practically just deleted his whole ninja career. And Gaara says, I don't care. I want blood. And he sent sand at Naruto. Naruto said, Earth wall. And he jumped back up. He said, nah, that ain't what happened. So in a month of training, everything happened as in normal as in canon. Except Menma wanted to train with Kakashi to upgrade his Sharingan. And throughout that training, he had got a Tutomoe in each eye, while Sasuke got his Tutomoe in each eye. You feel me? Naruto, I remember, wouldn't have a crush on anybody in the Leaf. And then, and then, so yeah. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen. I was just thinking about what I was gonna do next. So if you see like a moment of pause, that was my fault. I was thinking about something. But let's go to the month of training. So remember, it's gonna learn the Chidori and the Lightning Blade. A couple more fire jutsu. Naruto is gonna train with Jiraiya. Jiraiya's gonna be helping him learn more skills so he can learn the Flying Rising. Naruto learned the Flying Rising, but he didn't master it. Now he had 8 out of 10 seal master because he was almost there. He just need to learn a couple more complex seals. So in the second round, it'll be Menmo versus Neji. Menmo would say, "It's a pleasure to fight you, Neji." And then Neji would shake his hand. He would say, and then Neji would say, "Are you strong as your brother?" He would say, "Of course." And then Neji would say, "Naruto's pretty strong. So if you're as strong as him, you should be a challenge." But fate tells me that I'm gonna win. And then Menmo says, "Fate, I'll change my fate." And then Neji said, "You can't change fate." And then Menmo says, "Well, my brother's gonna help me change it." And then Neji says, "It's time to fight." He tried to close his chakra point. He says, "Oh, I haven't even used step. I've only been using, me and my brother only been using Uzumaki style taijutsu. So don't nobody know about our other styles." Which remember, Dad studied Uchiha style and mixed it with his own. So he know partial Uchiha, and he would start using the Uchiha style and taijutsu. And then they just say, "What? I calculated. You never showed us any of this." And he would say, "Me and my brother never would show anyone all of our secrets." And then Memo would say, "Lightning Blade." And he would shove a lightning blade through Neji's arm. Not deep, just deep enough for Neji to quit. Well, not for Neji to quit, but a part of the end of the match. And then, yeah, that's going to be clean. So, yeah. And then Menma is pretty much, he going to be, that's going to be the end of his fight. I was thinking about something else again. I swear, bro, I need to stop thinking about other stuff beside the series. Well, it has to do something with the series, but I'm going all way off topic. So then, Naruto will have his match. It will be Naruto versus Gaara versus Sasuke. Sasuke would say, Menma's brother. Gaara would say, "Naruto Uzumaki. Sasuke Uchiha. I'm gonna have your blood." And then the match started. Gaara saying that Naruto and Sasuke. Naruto like, nah. Naruto say Earth Wall. Sasuke said Chidori, and he block it. Naruto does a Rasengan and running at Gaara. And then Sasuke does Chidori and running at Gaara. Gaara said, and then both of them hit. Naruto hit Gaara with a Rasengan, and then Sasuke went through the opening. Well, hit Gaara's hand with a Rasengan, and then it had a circle opening. Sasuke went in with his Chidori and cut Gaara's cheek. When Gaara saw his blood, he said, my blood? He went start going berserk. And then Shikaku start coming out. Naruto said, "I knew it." Naruto said, "3-element seal." And he hit Gaara with a 3-element seal. And then Gaara would be like, "What did you do to me? What did you do to me?" And then Naruto said, "I just sealed away Chicago because the seal you had was very weak." And then Gaara would say, he would say, "Leave the village now before they get you." And then Kankuro tomorrow would dip with Gaara. By the way, they would see Orochimaru slithering around Hokage. He would say, "Remember now." He would say, "Remember, I'm going to give you a boost." Naruto would say, "Vacuum palm." He would shoot two vacuum palms in each hand and hit Member's legs. Member would say, "What I sing on?" He would hit Orochimaru in the head with it. And then it would be Member on the inside with Hiruzen fighting Orochimaru. They would be winning. Slowly more. Well, Jiraiya would be in there too. And then he would be beating up. He would be winning. Defeating him even more. And then the sound would be like, "Orochimaru, And then Naruto be like, if Naruto walk up, he'll be like, and he gonna say, "Ooh, if you open that, bro, I'm gonna destroy Orochimaru, and one of you gonna have to attack me." And then he would say, "Jugo, get him." This will of course be the Spider-Man. I forgot what his name was. He got like 4 arms. He gonna be like, I can hold up 2 different corners because I have twice as many hands. And then Jugo will run out. That's the big dude who Choji fought. He gonna run out. Naruto gonna be like, "Oh, you're mere Genin level. Well, Chunin level, high Chunin level." He be like, "My curse mark. I'm high Jonin." And Naruto be like, "That's crazy, cause I'm actually low Anbu high Jonin level, so I think I can handle you easily." And then Jugo would say, "What did you say going curse mark stage 1?" He would say, "So now what, you're mid Jonin now?" He would say, "Second stage." Well, he would say, "You're low Jonin now." And he would say, "Second stage." He would say, "Oh, you're a high Jonin." Wow, I'm so scared. He would make Jugo run. He would say, "You fell into my trap." He would say, he would blow a gust of wind that would show all the seal tags, and then the seal tags all would cover Jugo, making snake restriction. They snake restriction seals, and the snakes would slither around Jugo and hold him tight and tighter. He said, "One more, you're gonna have to come out here." And then Sekan and Uka, I think those the twins, they would tell the girl with the flute to go out there and try to fight Naruto because they are merged into one. And then the other one would come outside, and then he would put his arm right there. And then the girl would come. She would say, trying to do a genjutsu on Naruto. And she would start blowing her flute, and Naruto would be like, "Wow, you trying to get me with a genjutsu? Do you not know I'm a Jinchuriki?" He would go to his mom's table. He would say, "Jiraiya, I know the sales closing. Can you give me like a little tiny bit of chakra just so I won't be influenced by this genjutsu?" Chrome be like, "Alright." He give him a little, he like, "Bro, that genjutsu not affecting me." He'll run up, and then he'll Rasengan her right in the head, slamming her head on the ground. He would say, "Wow, that was pretty easy." And he gonna say, "Wow, Orochimaru's losing pretty bad." And then Orochimaru will summon the first and second Hokage. And then the Hiruzen will summon Monkey King Emma. Jiraiya and Monkey King Emma will be handling the first and second Hokage not with ease. It will be very hard. And then Mema and Hiruzen will be handling Orochimaru. Orochimaru sees that he's in a losing battle, even summoning the first and second Hokage. He says, "Oh, what if I summon one more?" He's biting his thumb. He was about to summon the fourth Hokage. Mema said, "Don't you dare summon my father!" And he said, "Chidori!" And stick a Chidori through Orochimaru's arm. And then he said, "Just leave it be, Hokage." And then he said, "Sound 4, move out now." And then they will all move out. Him not being able to put the curse seal on Sasuke. But he would be able to put this curse seal on Sasuke. That was right before he slammed into Naruto. So yeah, that's clean. That's clean. And then they would have like they would be good then. And then they would actually move up. Naruto and Mema to both have their Jonin flat jackets. Mema would put on his Jonin flat jacket. Naruto would take off the cape that Jiraiya gave him, and he would put on his green Jonin flat jacket. Well, Naruto wouldn't take off. He would say, "Jiraiya, I think it's time for me to upgrade my clothes." Jiraiya would be like, I get you." He would say, "I love these clothes, Dad, but have to go to my next step of my journey." He would say, "I get you." So Naruto gonna take that off. He gonna have an all black shirt. He gonna have an all black, yeah. He gonna have an all black. He gonna have fishnet shirt under. Then he gonna have an all black jacket, all black shinobi pants. Well, he gonna have a fishnet shirt. Then he gonna have all black shinobi pants, all black shinobi sandals. Then he gonna have on a Jonin flat jacket. He not gonna have no bandage. Well, he is gonna have bandages on his arms, but they gonna be white. They gonna be all white bandages going down both his arms. Him and Mema are both gonna have bandages going down both their arms, but Mema's gonna be red and black. So yeah, we're gonna end the video here. Quater Sage Kaga have a village in Shinobi, a new video. So catch you guys later. Feel me? This is part 3 to what if Naruto was Jiraiya's son. So Tsunade, well not Tsunade, but the third Hokage, Hiruzen would say, I'm planning to step down Jiraiya, will you be the Hokage? Jiraiya would say, you know I have him spy network, and that won't work for me. But me, Naruto, and Menma, we're gonna get Tsunade. And then the Hokage would be like, okay. And Menma, Naruto, and Jiraiya met they on their way. After a week, Naruto and Menma will be in a hotel. Because Jiraiya has went out to do research. And they hear a knock on the door. Naruto say, I'm answering Menma, you come behind me. He whispers and he says, Menma, you come behind me. I'm gonna answer the door. And then Menma say, alright. So they go to the door and open the door. They see 2 tall men with a giant cape with clouds on it, being Itachi. One has long black hair with red eyes, having his shark got activated, and the other looked like a shark. And then Kisame would say, will you come with us, Naruto and Menma? Itachi would say, yes. Naruto would say, no, I'm not going with you. You from the Akatsuki. And then Itachi would say, get him, Kisame. Kisame would say, Samehara. And Naruto would say, summoning jutsu. He would summon one of his armored toads like the one that Jiraiya did against Kisame. And then it would block Kisame's when he would say disperse. And then Jiraiya would come in, he would say, toad mouth jutsu. And then they would escape. Jiraiya would say, I'm sorry I left y'all here by myself. As for me saying sorry, we can go on to a restaurant and get something to eat. And then Naruto said, you know you just want to be drunk and have a reason. And Jiraiya was like, well, that too. So, yeah. So Jiraiya and Menma and Naruto all go to a restaurant, and Jiraiya would see Tsunade. He'd be like, Tsunade! And then Tsunade would see Jiraiya. She'd be like, Jiraiya! And then they would go over and sit to next to Tsunade. Jiraiya would talk to her about taking the Hokage position. Tsunade would start laughing. She was like, become the Hokage. That's a fool's job. All of them were dumb. The old man almost got killed. And Naruto said, don't disrespect the old man or the Hokage position because one of us are going to become the Hokage. And then she said, and then Naruto and then went to the door. They said, come out. She walked up, ushering her to come outside. And then when she was right there, they said, fight me. If we defeat you, you will become the Hokage. But if you defeat us, we'll work for you. And then Tsunade says, both of them do have on Jonin flat jackets. So they could be pretty strong. They could be my escorts. And then she say, deal. Then both of them jump up and they say, and then they say go, and then they say, wait. Is this the only way you could be Hokage? And she said, no. Jiraiya, if you can teach them Rasengan in a week, and they master Rasengan, I'll become the Hokage. Naruto said, deal. Mim said, deal. So I said, deal. Naruto said, you really, I thought people were joking when they said you the fool was better. He was saying her nickname, the unluckiest better, the unluckiest gambler. And they said, what do you mean? He said, me and Mima already learned the Rasengan and mastered it, being able to use it in one hand, and both of them show her. And she said, dang it. He said, wow, you really are the fool's gambler. And they said, well, I got to be Hokage. And then they went back to the leaf and became Hokage. She got assessed on a situation with Sasuke and different things like that. And then she would pretty much and then they would pretty much say whatchamacallit. They would tell her about Sasuke, curse mark, and different things like that. So now Naruto, so Sasuke and Mima would tell somebody about Sasuke's curse mark. And she would say she's gonna get Kakashi to keep an eye on him. That same night, the sign for it popped up on Sasuke. And then Sasuke would say, "What you want?" They would say, "If you come with us to Orochimaru can give you more power. He can train you and show you how to master the curse mark." And then Sasuke says, "Take me with you then." They say, "But you'll have to die first. But in this container, the seal, it'll bring you back to life." Sasuke says, "Did all you do it?" They said, "Yep." He said, "Pop, pop." He ate the pill, and he jumped in. In the morning when Tsunade figured this out, she sent all her Guineas. She sent the same Guinea squad with Shikamaru as one of the Guinea leaders, well, the Chunin leader. And then she said, "Get Naruto and Mima to come with you." Oh yeah, by the way, she gave Mima a green ring that looked like, it's like the same material as the necklace that she gave Naruto in the canon, but she had a ring that was just like it. This was what Hashirama's wife gave Tsunade. So yeah, that's clean, you feel me? So everything would happen as in canon, except Mima and Naruto be fighting the dude who shoots out bones. I forgot what his name was, but the bone Kekkei Genkai user. So then Lee comes and then they say, "Lee, can you handle it?" Lee's fighting him. Lee's fighting him. Naruto actually did talk no jutsu Gaara in the Chunin exam, so they will come to help. And then Lee'll be fighting Gaara, and then Mim will say, "I'm gonna try to help Gaara." Well, not Gaara, but Lee. Until Gaara comes. He don't know Gaara coming, but that's how long he gonna help him. And then Gaara pull up, he say, "I'm gonna help Naruto." But he sees the most horrifying sight. He sees Sasuke shove a Chidori through Naruto, and Naruto fall and collapse. Because when Sasuke went stage mark 2, they were the same strength. And remember, the whole QB is sealed off completely, so Naruto can't even use the QB influence just with the eyes. I'm doing my hair. So they the same strength, you feel me? I love ratchet. So then Mima gets the 3 Tomoe Sharingan. And then it automatically evolved to Mangekyo Sharingan. And he say, "No, Naruto." And then Sasuke gets 3 Tomoe Sharingan and dips. Mima go and grab Naruto. He take Naruto back to the leaf way before Kakashi could. And he said, "Get him into the hospital now. And then everybody came back. Naruto was hurt the most. Well, him, Neji, and Choji were all the ones who were hurt the most. Mima had scratches everywhere, like deep cuts all over his arms and legs, and some near his rib cage. He even had one on the side of his neck. So when Naruto woke up, he would start walking out of the room. And then Sakura and Ino were in the Hokage's house, and they said, "Where's Sasuke? Did Sasuke come back with them?" And then she said, "No." So they're in the hospital now, walking up to Naruto's room. Naruto walking down from his room. So they meet Naruto in the hallway. Both of them slap Naruto, and Naruto's like, "What y'all doing?" And then they say, "You didn't bring our Sasuke-kun back." And Naruto like, "And I promised you, but everybody can't." And then Sasuke left on his own free will. Like, how you gonna get mad at me? Cause your precious Sasuke-kun left. And then they all said, "We're gonna kill you, Naruto." Naruto said, "Bro, if you touch me, bro, I'm gonna really have to throw hands with you." And then Mema came out. He was like, "Hey, bro, you good?" Mema got his arms bandaged up and everything. He was like, "What's wrong, Mema?" He was like, "No, I just had cuts almost everywhere." And then Naruto was like, "Oh." He was like, "Your heart good?" He was like, "Your stomach good?" He was like, "Bro, you saw what he did to me, didn't you?" And then Mema said, "Yeah, I unlocked my Gekyo Sharingan looking at that, bro." And then Naruto opened his check. He opened his jacket. He opened he pulled up his fishnet shirt, and then they saw the giant scar from when Sasuke stuffed Chidori through the Naruto. And then Sakura and Ino got sick, and he said, "None of you believe I should have brought Sasuke back if he hated me this much. Do you think I was gonna even be able to try to bring him back after he did this? I couldn't even move." And then when the rest of the Rookie Nine, then Mema said, "Oh my, y'all did not say that." Cause both of them did say that they wish Naruto was gone and not Sasuke. He said, "I'm telling the rest of the Rookie Nine." And then they said, Naruto. Naruto said, "Get out my face, bro. Leave me alone." He went to Tsunade's office to report on the mission. She said, "Naruto, how could you not bring Sasuke back?" He said, "What? I couldn't bring him back? What you mean? Nigga, look at my chest." And then she says, "Okay. He was our strongest ninja. He was a new Uchiha. He had the potential to get the Mangekyo Sharingan." And Naruto said, And he's not your only Uchiha. Y'all folks don't know nothing, do you?" And she said, "What you mean?" He said, "Bro, did you know my little cousin Mema is half Uchiha and he already has his Mangekyo Sharingan when Sasuke just unlocked his 3 Tomoe?" And then they said, "What?" And he said, "Yeah, exactly." She said, "It don't matter. By order of the council, we're banishing you from the league." Naruto was like, "Alright." And then they was in the council room right now. Then all the civilian council was like, "Why isn't he crying?" The demon. Because they finally found out that Naruto was a Jinchuriki. And then Naruto was like, "Alright, I'm gonna dip. I don't care." Naruto slid to the Uzumaki Whirlpool village. And he was like, "Alright, bro, you want to do that? Alright, we're going to catch that. We're going to catch that. I got it, I feel you." So my nigga Naruto left the village. He in the Whirlpool village about a month later. But Jiraiya came back after a week because he had to leave to handle the little spy business. When he got back, he said, "Tsunade, where's Naruto? I need to take Naruto and Mema on training." And then she said, "Naruto's not here." And then he said, "Where is he?" And then she explained how he banished him from the village and everything. He was like, "What? You witch! Get away from me! You can't even be called my teammate no more. You betrayed my son like that. And you betrayed his cousin because you're doing this." And then he said, "Don't expect me and Mema to come back." And then she said, "Mema can't leave. He's our only Jinchuriki." And he said, "That's all you think about Naruto is Mema has his Jinchuriki." But she looked down and then she said, because Naruto had left his necklace and Mema just put his ring up there. He said, "This should be a matching set." He walked away. And she said, "Mema, no." So Jiraiya was training Mema. He was going to be training Mema in Sage mode for about 6 months till Naruto reversed summoned Mount Boku. He came up. He said, "Where you been?" He said, "I've been trying to get my things together and train a little more. I actually became a perfect seal master like you in this past 6 months." And then Jiraiya would say, "Oh, well, what are you doing here?" He said, "I still need to learn Sage mode." And throughout those two years, they would learn more techniques, refine their taijutsu. Naruto would be training with Executioner Blade a lot more. he'll be learning more seals. Even though he's a perfect seal master, you can't learn every seal. So he's still learning more seals. Remember, he actually becoming a better seal master. Learning, he actually, after the 2.5 years old, he actually become a 5 out of 10 seal master. He got both of them got master sage mode, cause both of them use shadow clones. Both of them have talked to that Kyuubi, and that Kyuubi let them use 6 chakras, 6 tails worth of. They let us use 6 chakra tails mode. So yeah. No, I just say I'll catch you later, Dad. He said I'm gonna stop the Akatsuki. He said, believe it. The first thing he did, and this one before Sasuke came, Karin ran away and she made it to the Whirlpool Village. Naruto hasn't met her yet because the Whirlpool Village is not very big. He stayed on his one little end. She stayed on her little end. So Naruto made about 1,000 clones. And they went around a whole village trying to clean the village up because that's what he wanted to build his own new village. So they cleaning the village up. And one day, they're about 80% done. So they're on the last 20% where Karin at. And they see Karin, they bring Karin to Naruto, tiring her up. And he said, untie her. And he said, what's the matter with you? Naruto said, I was trying to build a village here. And she said, you're not an Uzumaki. Naruto says, oh, wait, hold up. My mom's actually Uzumaki. Her name is Kirito Uzumaki. My father is Jiriya, the Toad Sage. And I do not belong to any village. So I was making my own. And she said, oh, he said, do you want to help me? And she said, sure. So my nigga, we're gonna scale about a year. They got regular people and everything. They got Karin. Naruto actually don't find him a little squad of Uzumakis who actually lived in a waterfall village, but they got kicked out because of their red hair. So Naruto trained them up. They all are 5 out of 10 seal masters, and they'll have 80% completion usage of the chakra chains. They're called the Uzumaki Squadron. He has 2 Uchiha and 2 Hyuga. These 2 Uchiha, God dang, I do not feel like giving them names, bro. There's too many people to give names to. But they have 2 Uchiha who has 3 Tomoe Sharingans. And 2 Hyugas who have mastered Hyuga style. Because he found all 4 of them on, well, backstory. He was going through different villages trying to find people who wanted to join his village. He saw 4 kids, 2 Uchiha, 2 Hyuga, on the ground shivering. And he summoned his wolves so they can be in a wolf's fur. He said, we might have to stay here till the night's over. And then in the morning, all the kids were asleep because they fell asleep. And he said, can I get on your back? He asked the wolf pack there, and the wolf pack said, sure. He said, we need to slowly go to the Uzumaki village. It's only about 20 minutes away. And then the wolf said, sure. After an hour, because they not going regular pace, they're going slow. Do not wait to get up. They brought him back to the village. He says, here's my village. It's not that big, but I invite you to stay. And I'll train you. So them 8 are all pretty strong. They all high Chunin, low Jonin level. You feel me? So he says, okay, now time for me to stop the Akatsuki. So he says, I need to go to the Rain Village. Because Mima and Jiraiya are both in Naruto's village. He said, Jiraiya, I have this. Please. No, not you neither, Mima. Well, Mima, you come. Jiraiya, Mima. Which one of y'all want to... He said, Jiraiya. Yeah, you need to stay and order the village for these next couple of days while me and Mima are gone. They made it to the waterfall village. They see the Paso Pain. He said, Mima, can you handle this in sage mode? Mima said, sure. He was fighting the Deva Pain. He already had destroyed. He already had stopped the rest of the pain. He didn't kill them, destroy them, anything. He just stopped them. He pinned them down using Nine Tails chakra, letting Nine Tails influence them. And he was fighting the Deva Path. Naruto went straight to Nagato. He said, Nagato, I want to help you achieve peace. And Nagato said, really? Naruto said, of course. I would never want someone to struggle I would never want this world to struggle. I want to bring true peace. And Nagato said, okay. Nagato and the 6 Paths of Pain came to Naruto village. The 6 Paths of Pain are the guards who guard all the 6 quadrants of the village. The different every areas of the village on the outside. Nagato and Konan joined. So Naruto said, I'm gonna have to hunt down the rest of the Katsuki. I know they most likely not gonna change. So the only people left are Kisame, who got defeated by Killer Bee, Itachi, and Obito. So we skip another 2 years. I think I said I skipped 2 years at first. So we skip another 2 years. Well, not another 2 years, but another 1 year. And Naruto is 19. His village have been gaining so much popularity. And Obito popped up at his village and said, I need the 9 tails to finish my plan. Naruto beat the crap out of Obito. Like, he just boom, 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 just thumping the freak out of Obito. He just knocking Tobio. After he defeated him brutally, he taught no jutsu to him into joining his village. He said, you can be my spy. And then Obito said, sure. He said, you don't even have to be in the village. Just represent the village. And then Obito said, cool. They fist bumped. And Naruto said, well, I do need someone to head the land of whirlpools. I know I'm the Akuma Kage of the whirlpool village, but I need someone to head the land of whirlpools, where's my village tradition and my tourist attractions are. And then Konan said, I can do it. And then Naruto said, great, thanks. And he appointed her mayor. He had her as the he the Kuma Kage. He made her as the mayor Kage. The May Kage. So it's basically the mayor of the village. The second in command. Who own the land. So yeah. The May Kage. There you go. The May Kage, yeah. The May Kage is not a special Kage or anything. It's just another position. The position under Hokage who own like say for instance you're the Hokage of the leaf. Your May Kage is the person who helps you handle the land of fire. You feel me? So yeah. And then he'll actually have an alliance with the Snow, building up his technology, and he will give them resources like crops and different things like that because the whirlpool has almost a perfect environment. It has so much forest, trees, great soil, perfect place for sunlight. They're the perfect agricultural village. Only second to Konoha in agriculture. And in military, they're the third strongest village, I would say. No, the first strongest. Because they do got 2 9-tails Jinchuriki. And they got a 7-tails Jinchuriki Fu. And a 4-tails Jinchuriki Son Goku. So they got the strongest village. And he will have an alliance with Gar. And Gar would stop his alliance with the Leaf. Because he heard what the Leaf did to him and Minima. The only reason why they kept the alliance with the Leaf was because of Naruto and Minima. So that was pretty dumb. So they said they wanted to see who the Kage was because nobody know who the Kage is. Nagato usually speak. Only the people in Naruto village know who the Kage is. Nobody outside of his village know who the Kage is. So they hold a 5 Kage summit to pretty much ask Naruto to talk to the Okuma Kage. This is the only way they're gonna be able to find out who he is. So Naruto walk in. He has a dark red hat, like he has an orangish, dark reddish. It's like Karama fur color hat, Hokage hat. And then he says, you wanted to see me? And then the other 5 Kage said, sit here. And it was next to Tsunade, and it was in between Tsunade and the queen of the samurai. She basically the person who lead the samurai village. And Naruto said, he took out his hat and put it down. And then everybody was shocked. They said, you're Gar's age. You look like you're about Gar's age. You can't be no older than 20. Naruto said, I'm not. I'm 19. Believe it. And Tsunade said, Naruto, he looked to glare at her. a dirty, mean glare. And he said, we have nothing to talk about. And then they said, do you have history? Naruto said, bro, I got to tell you such a funny story, bro. So me and my little cousin are both the Naruto and Jiriya because they split it up between us. You feel me? And then all the other Kage have their hand on their chin. They're like, yeah, we get you, we get you. So get this, bro. Her the last Uchiha, you feel me? I know the last Uchiha, Sasuke, Itachi little brother, Sasuke. And then they be like, yeah, we know him, we know him. So he left the village, right? Y'all remember that? They were like, no, we didn't know that. So he left the village. And me and Menma was sent to go after him, and a small group of Guinea and one Chunin. You feel me? We was Jonin at the moment, and then they were like, yeah, we get you, we get you. So we failed to get him because at that time, my father Jiriya had sealed off both of our Naruto, so it couldn't influence us at all. You feel me? Because he wanted to teach us himself how to use it, and then they were like, yeah, we get you, we get you. So I couldn't bring Sasuke back, right? Because me and Sasuke were equal strength. He had curse mark stage U. And then they were like, oh, we did hear that was pretty powerful. And yeah, if you're a Chunin, it literally boosts you up to Jonin automatically. And then they were like, wow. So me and Sasuke same level, you feel me? And I couldn't bring Sasuke back because they man stuck the Chidori through my chest. He showed them the scar. They said, ooh, that's a mean one. He said, so I practically almost died. So my cousin, the other Naruto Jinchuriki, only a couple minutes or seconds younger than me, he got me and took me to the village. I was in the hospital and everything, you feel me? And then when I went to the Hokage office, she kicked me out of the village because I couldn't get Uchiha back. And then all of the Kage were looking like, so her Jinchuriki couldn't get Uchiha back. So she kicked out the Jinchuriki, Naruto said exactly. All the Kage bust out laughing. They weren't even scared. They were like, ha! Dummy! Well, they didn't say dummy. They were thinking in their head, but they was dying. They was dying. Bro, so now they said, what's so funny? They said, you kicked out you kicked out in Jinchuriki, one of your two Jinchuriki, over Uchiha? Ah, you're dumb. Ah, she's dumb. Ah. And then she said, what that supposed to mean? We still the strongest village. Naruto said, wait, hold up. I have the strongest village. And the most productive village at that. And then the Snow Village and the Sand Village looking at you like, who? Well, when it comes to individual, but if it comes to alliances, us three, we have the bag. And then they were like, us three, what you mean? I have an alliance with the Sand and the Snow Village. And he said, I actually invite all the Kage to come to my village. Hey, but my sister playing too much, bro. I swear to God. She annoying. Oh, sorry guys, but they all came. He said you can bring as many people as you want. The Raikage didn't bring anyone. The Mizukage didn't bring anyone. Neither did the Tsuchikage. Gar brought his two siblings. The Snow Queen didn't bring anyone. But so now they brought all the rookie, the Konoha 12 pretty much. Plus Sai. And the Jonin leaders. When they came to Naruto village, they saw how advanced this man's village was. He had technology better than any village. Except for the Snow Village. And then they saw his school. They was like, what? Why your school built like this? Naruto was like, okay. So he was giving them materials. They were like, why is the school so big? And he said, okay. So my school, there are levels of teaching. You have your first year students, second year students, third year students, and fourth year students. And you can skip, but yeah. So Karin is the teacher for the fourth year students. And we have some other Chunin teaching the first to third year students. While Karin is a Jonin and she teach the fourth year. And they said, oh, and he said they can skip straight to the beginning if I see it fit, which we have had many like that. Many prodigies come out of here. And then Naruto would see about 8 kids run up to him. 4 with red hair, 2 with black hair, and 2 with brown hair. The 2 with brown hair would be the Uchiha. The 2 with black hair would be the Uchiha. 2 with brown hair would be the Hyuga. And the 4 with red hair would be Uzumaki's. They would all run up and jump on Naruto, making him fall. He'll say, "Oh, come on, guys, we have guests." They would say, "We're sorry." The oldest would be one of the Uzumakis. He would say, "I'm sorry for my brothers and sisters," which they call each other. He would say, well, my name is Yoroi Uzumaki, and this is my sister." He would point to the three Uzumakis. The other three Uzumakis are all girls. He would say, "Kento Uzumaki, Mitsi Uzumaki, and Quito Uzumaki. And these are my three brothers." Who he point to two other Uchiha. Well, these are two of my brothers. Soroi Uchiha, Imoka Uchiha, which will be a girl, I meant, and the two Hugo Wolf boys. He would say, "This is Sanji Hyuga and Major Hyuga." And then Sasuke would say, "Uchiha." And I would say, I found all four of these around the world, all eight of these kids around the world with no parents, so I took them in. And then Sasuke would say, "What? How are they Uchiha? You're lying." And then one of the Uchiha boy would come up to Sasuke. He would glare his Mangekyo Sharingan. He would say, "Leave Naruto alone." And Naruto would say, "Oh, chill, chill." His sister would glare her Mangekyo too. And Sasuke would say, The boy, Uzumaki is the strongest out of everybody. He has the Rinnegan, which Nagato is showing him how to use. And he has the chakra chains. While the oldest girl, Uzumaki, has the Rinnegan, while the other two both have the chakra chains. And Nagato is also showing her how to use Rinnegan. And then Sasuke said, "What are those two eyes?" And he said, "Those are Rinnegan." And then Sasuke said, These two are huge, and both of them have actually unlocked something called the Jaugen. Well, the two boys, the younger twin brother actually unlocked the Jaugen, while the older brother has mastered everything about Hyuga. Then Neji and Hinata look like the Jaugen. That's only a myth. Only pure-hearted Hyugas can get that. And he see him running around his brothers. Him being the youngest, the Hyuga boy is the Hyuga twins are the youngest, but the younger Hyuga twin is the youngest out of everybody. So he running around messing with everybody. They say, "Leave me alone." Naruto say, "I'll train you later." And then all of them say, "Oh, yeah, okay, big bro." Yes, sir. So let's get them through the village, through the village. You feel me? We gonna set that up. It's clean. So they're gonna see, it's called Whirlpool Land. And it's a giant, and when I say giant, I mean giant amusement park. You know, like how Six Flags and the fair come around? Bro, imagine Six Flags water, Six Flags whitewater, Six Flags, regular Six Flags, Six Flags whitewater, the circus, and the fair all put together. That's how big it is. It's huge. And he'll say, "You can, this is our famous amusement park." And then so now they be like, "I did hear they had the best rides." And then Sakura would say, "Sasuke-kun, do you want to go?" Naruto, every time Naruto wouldn't really notice anyone but Sasuke, he'll glare. And he said, the other Kage, "You can go to my Kage mansion. My brother Obito will show you the way." And then Obito would jump in front of them with his Rinnegan. He would say, "This way." And then he would say, "If you want to keep coming, keep coming." And he would say, "Tsunade, who all did you bring here?" And then he would see like 13 people behind him. Not 13, but like 16 people behind him. So pretty much, he would say, "So you brought all of them." And then Sakura and Ino be looking at Naruto like, "Oh my God, this boy done got fine." Cause my nigga don't grow his hair out. He got his hair like Jiriya. And then my nigga got muscular too. My nigga like, yes, sure. And he not a like memo, bro. It's gonna be tragic when they meet. It's gonna be really tragic, bro. It's gonna be tragic, bro. It's tragic. What's gonna happen, bro? That's sad, bro. What's about to happen, though? Okay, so in this one, Shion is gonna have a twin sister named Shio, and Naruto and Mima are gonna be dating twins. But hold up now, it's not weird because Naruto and Mima are not cousins by blood, they're cousins by bonds, you feel me? Because Jiraiya isn't Minato's actual brother or uncle or grandpa. That's just his granddad figure, you feel me? That's his god brother. So see, there's nothing weird about that. So Mima's gonna go out with a younger twin, and Naruto gonna go out with the older twin, which being Shion, and Mima gonna go out with Shio. So Sakura, Ino, and Hinata are gonna pull Naruto and Mima to the side, cause Mima is right behind Naruto. He just came up to talk to Naruto about something, and then Hinata walked even a little bit farther away, and then Ino and Sakura are blushing. They're like, oh, hey Naruto. Naruto like, what do you want? And then they say, we see you got pretty handsome. Naruto say, okay, and then they say, well, we would like, and then Naruto says, I'm already taken. See you later. And then they would be mad. They'll be like, they'll pout and then they'll walk off. And then while in the same time, Minato would say, well, Mima, I kind of, and then she would say, I love you, Mima. I've always liked you. And then Mima said, I don't feel the same way. Everybody hearing their confessions. And then when they heard what Mima and Naruto said, they was like, oh, those ungrateful bastards. And then the 3 girls were not going to give up, bro. Like, then Naruto said, that's pretty much it. The other stuff in our village is regular stuff. We do have the whirlpool restaurant, which is famous for all our exotic whirlpool food, and the dancing whirlpool, our best nightclub, which Jiraiya loves to go to. And then Sonata would say, Jiraiya. And then he would say, oh, why are you saying Jiraiya like that? And she would say, well, and she started blushing. He like, oh, you like my dad. You like my dad. My dad would never go out with you. I'm sorry. Well, it's right back there. And it's like, she sees it. It's like a block away. It got a giant sign in there. And she walked there. All right, so he said, everybody else, you come to my mansion if you want. Dinner should be cooked. Because it's about 6 o'clock. He said dinner should be ready in a second. And then everybody say, okay. Meanwhile, Tsunade is approaching Jiraiya. And she says, Jiraiya. And then Jiraiya like, yeah. She started blushing. And she says, I think I like you. And then Jiraiya says, okay. And she says, you don't like me back. Jiraiya says, you kicked out my son. Get out my face. And then she like, Naruto's right. And he was like, I bet he did tell you I didn't like it. And you still tried it. So, haha, sorry. And then she did looking like, man, bruh. So, we're going to skip back to Naruto. 2 beautiful women with brown hair and green eye and yellow eye. Well, green eyes come in, setting up the table and everything when everybody come in. They say, and then Sasuke and Kiba say, you got maids, bro? Naruto say, where? Where you see maids? Then they say, them 2. Naruto and Mima almost jumped just then, bro. They was like, nigga, who was you talking about? They was like, them 2 women right there. They was like, nigga, that's my wife. Nigga, stop playing with me. Don't play with me like that. Then was like, all right, now, Kiba, bro, you gonna have to run these hands. You talk about my wife like that again, bro. You gonna have to run these hands. And then Sakura, Ino, and Hinata looking at their wives. They like, oh, my God. We have no chance. We have no chance. And then Naruto and Mima are like, no, you see why we turned you down? We have beautiful wives. They're strong. They're caring, trusting, trustworthy. Yeah, those are our 2 wives. They were just cooking dinner. Well, weird people. And then they would say Shia, and then Shia would walk up being a little bit taller than Shia, and she would come and kiss Naruto and kick her foot up. Same Shia would do, remember. And then they would hug, and there was it's time to chow down. And then both of the girls bop him on the head. No, it's not. It's not time for you to eat. You hadn't even introduced us to your guest. And we have to say our prayers first. And then Naruto remember like, alright, god dang. And then they say, the love of my life. And then both of the girls hooked him from behind. And then they say, yeah, that's clean, you feel me? So Sakura would walk up. She would say, Naruto already told us that you're wives and introduced us and everything. And then they would say, oh, well, everybody, let's come and sit down. Naruto, Shion and Shio sit next to each other. Naruto sitting next to Shion, and Shio is sitting next to Minma. But Shion and Shio is sitting in the middle of Naruto and Minma, because Minma and Naruto do not trust Sasuke and Kiba, because they looking real weird right now. Well, Sasuke, Kiba want Hinata, so they looking at Sasuke like, bro, you is looking mighty weird at our wives now, bro. We might want to throw hands or something. And that's the end of this video. Yeah. I get it. Quintessence Kage Brand Village and Shinobi Anu Fed. Let's get it. What if Naruto was Jiriya's son? Jiriya's son. I just playing, bro. But let's get back to the dinner. So everybody talking about their life, what they done did, what accomplishment they done had. And then everybody like, hold up, Naruto. I thought you said there was an Hokage mansion. And then they said, yeah. And then they said, oh, yeah. Didn't you say this was your village earlier? I thought the Hokage had built this village. Naruto said, of course he did. And then they said, who's the Hokage then? And he said, who's the Kage? Me. And then everybody started laughing. Mim was like, oh, no, he about to snap. Naruto pushed out his chair. He said, oh, so y'all don't think I'm no Kage, huh? Ask Jiraiya. Ask Tsunade. Matter of fact, the other Kage are right at the end of the table. Ask them. And he asked Gaara and the other ones. And then all of them said, yes, Naruto's the Kage. And he is the strongest. And Sasuke said, you're not Kage level. Fight me. Naruto said, I'll fight you tomorrow. Sasuke broke Naruto's chair. He said, fight me. I'm going to break another. Naruto said, oh my god, bro. This nigga did not just break my chair. Each one of these chairs costs $1,000, bro. I know this nigga did not just break this chair. Ooh, Sasuke, do you know how much this chair cost? Sasuke said, bro, this chair don't cost me but $10. This broke down chair. He said, you just broke it, nigga. It cost $1,000. And then everybody in the room was looking like, oh. He said, oh, no, nigga, you about, come on, bro. Let's go to the training ground. Shion was like, oh my god, no. Because by now, Naruto has KCM 2 plus Sage Mode, same as Minima. And then Naruto said, I don't even have to fight you. And then Sasuke said, why? He said, don't worry about it. Oh yeah, during the day, he actually had his medical ninja to give the 2 Uchiha Eternal Mangekyo Sharingans. So yeah. He said, bro, I'm the strongest person in this village. The second strongest is Minima. Third is Nagato. Then Obito. Then the 2 Jinchuriki. Then Jiraiya. And Tsunade said, there's that many people stronger than Jiraiya in this village. And he said, right on Jiraiya, it's the other 4 kids. It's the 8 kids that you saw. And then he said, you can't even beat these 8 kids. And then Sasuke said, pah. Hold up. If I defeat you, I get to bring the 2 Uchihas to my village. Naruto said, what? He was sitting in a chair in the arena and then he broke it. He had his hand on the handle. He said, what? And then the whole handle broke. And he said, you said what? Say that again? He said, if I defeat you, I'll bring your Uchihas with me. Naruto jumped down and said, you really think I'm going to let you bring my family to this village, to your disgusting village? And then Sasuke said, you should live that. Yeah, that's before I knew. That's before I actually found out how corrupt it was. And he said, all right. He said, can you get my jacket back, bro? Bro, can you get my Kage cake? And then Memo walked out there and got his whole Kage cake. He said, I'll hold it for you, bro. And then Naruto said, have been keeping up my training. Let me see if I'm not rusty. And then Sasuke said, he glared his eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. Naruto said, you think you're gonna defeat me? That's funny. Sasuke ran up with a Chidori, and Naruto said, I've seen this happen before. Sasuke tried to hit Naruto with a Chidori. Naruto easily swiftly out the way and kicked Sasuke in the stomach, kicking him into the air. Naruto blitzed. Why he has his hand in his pockets, bro? Like, this man is... He just jumped over Sasuke and then kicked him to the ground. He got his hand in his pocket. He's, like, so weak. Sasuke say Shadow Shuriken Jutsu. Then he throw 10 shurikens and he say Shadow Shuriken, making it 1,000. And then Naruto just still have his hand in his pocket, dodging every shuriken. He did his finger like this and had 3 shuriken on his finger still spinning. Then he threw them all at Sasuke, cutting Sasuke's cheek 3 times. He said, you're weak. You could never defeat me. Sasuke said, Susanoo. Naruto said, weak. Sasuke tried to hit Naruto to Susanoo. Naruto said, Uzumaki chakra chains. He stuck the chakra chain through the Susanoo and wrapped around Sasuke. And he started squeezing tighter and tighter. Sasuke closed it out. His Susanoo turned off. Naruto said, great. He said, should I go 100%? Look, bro. Of course, talking to Memba. Well, not talking to Memba, but talking to the 8 kids. He said, we never saw you at full strength. You can only fight all 8 of us together could only match you and Menma at 30%. If we fought each one of you 1 and 8. And he said, yeah, I never showed you my full strength. You want me to show you? Because he never even went Sage mode against them. He just be going straight base. And then they said, should I go 50% use Sage mode, or should I go 100% and use you know what? And Member said, well, he said 80% use KCM. Or should I go 100% and use KCM 2 plus Sage mode? And he said, bro, I don't even think he ready for KCM 2 plus Sage mode, bro. Just go KCM 1. He said, all right, 80% of my power it is. He snapped his finger, and then he got the first cloak. He blitzed behind Sasuke and punched him in the head. Sasuke fell, and he hit the ground so hard, he actually bounced back up. Naruto blitzed under Sasuke and punched him in the stomach, punching him up into the sky. He jumped over Sasuke and said, Whirlpool. Raging Whirlpool. Then he did a mean side kick and kicked Sasuke into the wall on the side of the arena. Everybody was like, what? Naruto blitzed back down. He said, Rasengan, and hit Sasuke in the stomach with a Rasengan. Hit him and back into the wall. Then Naruto picked Sasuke up with brute force and threw him into the sky. He said, I've been waiting for this. Okay, it's time for me to use it. Special move, Whirlpool kick. And then he's running. And then he jump up in the air. He says, Whirlpool, but he says, Dragon, but he says, no, I need to use my second version, Wolf Barrage. And he made 10 Shadow Clone, and then they fighting like Wolfpack, all of them doing their part. And then all of them punching Sasuke, jumping up, punching Sasuke in the stomach, in the head, kicking him in the leg, in the arm. And then all 10 of them got together and kicked Sasuke in the back of his body. One of them kicked him in the head, in the back of his head. Like 8 clones kicked him in the back, and then one kicked him in the leg. And then Sasuke fell face first. Naruto chopped his neck. And then he snapped his fingers again, his cloak came off. He said that was pretty easy. Everybody said, wow, he just handled the Uchiha like that. Sasuke said, no. He said, Chidori blade. And then the blade was coming at Naruto. Naruto touched the Chidori blade with 2 fingers and said, this is what you wanted to kill me with. So weak. Naruto said, wind blade. And cut the Chidori blade in half. He said, that's pretty weak, Sasuke. And he walked away. He said, are you 8 ready to train? He said, Roku. I think that's what his name is. I think Roku is the 4 tails and Jerky, ain't it? Yeah, I think it is Roku. He would say, Roku. Clean it, get him, put him with the rest of the Leaf Villagers. And then Roku will come out of nowhere. I know his name, but I'm just say Roku then, bro. The 4 tails and Jerky. He would pick Sasuke up and put him with the rest of the Leaf Villagers. He says, is it time for you to train? Then he said, you want to train today, minimum? Member said, no, I'm good. I trained them 2 weeks in a row. Because you had Hokage paperwork, and then not to say, you're right. He said, you guys ready? They said, yeah, let's go. And then all 8 of them jumped down. 3 of them two of them shot Uzumaki chakra chains in the ground, sneaking up behind Naruto and tried to grab him. The 2 Rinnegan users said, Mikey, push! And pushed him into the chakra chain, wrapping Naruto up. Naruto spent using brute force and spent out of the 2 Uchiha came. And they had that Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan now. Everybody said, Eternal Mangekyo? He said, yeah, they just got it yesterday because I transplanted both of their eyes. And then both of them said, Susanoo! And tried to hit Naruto Susanoo. Naruto, this is their first version of Susanoo. Naruto took both of their Susanoo with a hand. But he had his Nine-Tail chakra in front of him. He said, and he pushed the Susanoo's away. The 2 Hyuga came in. One of them activated his jogging, and he had his blue jogging cloak. He was running up, and his brother said, I need the help. And then for a split second, he had the blue cloak, and then both of them had the blue cloak running at Naruto, kicking. Both of them tried to kick Naruto with their blue cloaks, and then Naruto called. He said, ooh, you two have got stronger. And then Uzumaki said, we can't let him beat us. The older Uzumaki said, do it, special move. And then 2 Hyugas and the 2 Uchiha jumped up. The Hyuga said, Earth Trap. And then Naruto fell in the Earth Trap. And then the 3 Uzumaki said, Water Shockwave Jutsu. And then they jumped up. And then the oldest Uzumaki and the 2 Uchiha both said, Lightning Stream Multiplier. Because they put all their lightning stream together, multiplying it by 3. And then it was electrocuted. And Naruto got electrocuted. He was like, ooh, that kind of hurt. And he dusted himself off. He said, it's time to go. He jumped up in the air. He said, Shion said, if you dare try to use that Nine-Tails power against them kids, I swear to God, you better not even activate Sage Mode. And Naruto was like, whoa, chill. Naruto says, trap seal. And then he opened one of his seals. And then both of the Hyuga get trapped in the spider web net that Naruto made. It's made out of ninja wire and kunai. The kunai stick it to the wall. Will stab in the wall to hold it in place, and then a string hold them in place. And it has seals on it. It had restriction seals all on it, so now they got restriction seal placed on them. He says, who next? And he do it to the 2 Uchihas. And then both of them fall. They say, Susanoo. And then Naruto said, nope, you already know I'll hit y'all with the chakra restriction seals and the regular restriction. And then they said, dang it. The Uzumaki tried to do that chakra change. Naruto said, shield seal. And he blitzed all behind all the Uzumaki and chopped their necks. He took the seals off the other kids. He picked all of them up. Well, he said, summoning jutsu. He summoned his whoop. He said, can you bring them back to their room? They said, training again. Naruto said, you know it. Take them back to the giant master bedroom. Because all of the 8 kids share one giant room. But it's like as big as, if you ever seen like a 5-bedroom house, that's how big that one room is. Because 8 of them. And then he said, thank you. And then the wolves took them back, then they dispersed. Naruto said, okay. He said, that was pretty much it for our training today. Everybody said, what? Naruto's that strong? And then Hokage was like, what? What? How you get so strong? And then Naruto said, oh, that's great, y'all. Y'all know that was pretty good. That was a pretty good warm up. And they said warm up. Naruto said, yeah. I've never used my 100% power ever unless it's against Menma. And then everybody said, against Menma. And then they said, how strong can Menma be? Naruto said, Menma, if you had to do percentage, if I'm 100%, that means Menma about 99.5%. I'm barely stronger than him. And then Menma said, you dang right. And then he said, it's just because Member has a little bit less chakra nature, one less chakra nature, and he's a little bit weaker in seals. And then they said, that's it? It's the only thing taking y'all apart? And then Naruto said, yeah. And then everybody was like, whoa. Naruto said, well, it's time for bed. I think I'm going to go to sleep. In the middle of the night, Naruto went to the kitchen, thinking some water. And he overheard Hinata, Sakura, and Ino talking. And he disclosed his presence. And then they said, we have to eliminate Shio and Shion. Well, we have to win Naruto over. They're not going to eliminate them. They're not going to kill him. He says, we have to win Naruto and them over. So we can be their wives. And Naruto teleported on the table. He says, you know me and Memo are never going to fall for you, right? And Sakura Ino say, why Naruto-kun? And Naruto said, you two literally slapped me, bro, over Sasuke. Why y'all don't go out with him? They said, Sasuke don't want this. He go out with Karin. And he said, oh, Sasuke made his move on Karin. You know you're going to have to move to this village, right? And then all of them said, oh. And then he said, he not my brother, bro. He loves his wife. Like, you should have made your move earlier. And he not said, but nothing. So made your move earlier. In the morning, Naruto said, okay, all of the 5 Kage. And then he said he had a talk with Tsunade after they talk about Kage business. He said Sasuke and Karin are dangerous. And you know it's illegal for people to date other villages. So either Sasuke has to move in. And then Tsunade says, why? Naruto says, because Karin's not moving with her. She's my sister. And there's Uchihas over here who Sasuke might want to train with. And then they brought Sasuke in and asked him. He said, I guess I'm going to join Naruto Village. Even though I don't like him, I like Karin. And I can train with Uchiha. And then Naruto said, here's your headband. Sasuke said, thanks. And Naruto said, if you think you're going to be weak or whatever, I'll sign the alliance with you. It doesn't have any benefits, but in case a war happens, we'll help you. That's the only benefit y'all get. And then Tsunade says, that's okay with me. So it'll be simple as that, you feel me? And then they would stop talking about Kage business. Naruto would go up there to the Uchiha kid. He would say, breakfast ready. All don't say breakfast? Who's cooking, Michio or Michio? And he would say, both. They would say, wow, we're going to have some good breakfast. And then all of them run downstairs and they sit at the table around all the Kage and the people that the Kage brought. And then they would be kind of nervous or whatever. Naruto would say, it's okay. They just want to talk. They're heroes, I guess. And then all the kids say, okay, chill down. Shion and Shio will bop all their heads back to back. Shion will bop all it was Maki, and Shio will bop the Uchiha and the Hyugas. And then they would say, no, you're not. You're going to say your grace. And then everybody say their prayers, and then they eat. And after that, Naruto says, they're not training for today or tomorrow. Those are your 2 day offs. And then they say, okay. They say, it's my day off. So I think me and Shio, and Memo are going to go to the fair. Well, not the fair, but the Whirlpool Land. So we can get on a roller coaster. The Ferris wheel in the Love Tunnel. And then they signed in the mission and everything. And then they got on a roller coaster. Then they got on the Ferris wheel. Then they went through the Love Tunnel. Them kissing and everything. And then Shio and Shio both said, Naruto and Memo, after the end of the Love Tunnel, they said, we have something to tell you. Memo and Naruto said, tell away. And both of them said, we're pregnant. 1 week pregnant. And then they say, both of you? They said, yes. And then Naruto and Mima jump in the sky. They said, we're going to be dads. And then they say, yeah. And then they say, yes, sir. And then after that, that's pretty good, you feel me? So they would say, okay, you're no longer going to be drinking. So both of you might as well just go ahead and empty out y'all little party box with all the bottles and everything. Because, you know, on weekends, y'all two like to go crazy. And then they be like, oh no, you're not taking my Hennessy. And then the other girl said, you're not taking my Stella Rosa. My mom drink that, so that's why I'm saying it. And then Naruto would say, I don't care what you're saying, little young ladies. We're taking that. And then they say, see what happened. They like, oh, no, never mind. Y'all can keep it. Because you know what happened, bro. Like, in Naruto, bro, you rather fight all 5 Kage before you fight your wife, you feel me? So Naruto like, okay, we're not going to touch their bottles or anything. And yeah. None of the Kages have any ill will towards Naruto. They're just happy that he did something for himself and had his own little village, you feel me? They happy for my nigga. Even though it's better than their village, they like, wow, we have an alliance. We're good. We're straightforward. You feel me? Yeah, that's clean. So, yeah, that's pretty clean, bro. And the Kage will leave. Naruto, they will live happy ever after. Everything. Be good, chill. Karin and Sasuke will be having a baby too. And yeah, that's the end of this video.